So I'm very delighted to introduce our first speaker, Binod Shankar. I'll keep it quick in the interest of time. Binod Shankar has reached many peaks, literally and otherwise. As an endurance athlete, he has endured freezing weather, exhaustion, dehydration, and thin air to nail a dozen big summits and high passes over a dozen years spent in mountaineering and mountain biking. As a corporate warrior, his peaks include roles as finance director. As an entrepreneur, he co-founded and was the CEO of his financial training company, later acquired by multinational. As a writer, he is the published author of an acclaimed book. As a popular trainer, coach, and mentor, and speaker, his curiosity for and obsession with special performance, as he calls it, has enabled him to impact thousands. In this session, Binod will draw upon his uniquely varied experience to deliver some actionable insights into the ingredients of special performance. Dear members, please welcome Binod Shankar with a huge round of applause.
Thank you for not putting me before Dina. It's normally a very awkward position for any speaker. I'm the first speaker, thanks for that. So the presentation is titled How to Win, and as Mark mentioned, it's about going from career peaks to, from natural peaks to career peaks. So I'm going to share with you some of the experiences, right? What I went through and what I've learned from those lessons. And hopefully, you'll be able to tie it to what you could do in your career, in your individual lives. Let's make it interactive. There will be a Q&A session, right? So towards the end. There will be a Q&A session towards the end of 10-15 minutes. So please keep your questions ready. Shoot them towards me. I see Viju looking at me already, right? Ready with these questions. So let's start off, right? So Suma's already introduced me. This is my career snapshot. I don't want to repeat myself, but a picture of 1,000 words is saying. So let's leave it there, right? But today I'm not going to talk about my career. Today I'm going to talk about my dozen years spent as an endurance athlete, scaling peaks, both on the cycle and on hikes and mountains. Right? That's going to be the story for today, right? So, does anyone here know the difference between hiking and mountaineering? Please raise your hands. Anyone want to guess what's the difference between the two? Come on, okay. Give it a shot. Yes.
It's a shorter hike, mountaineering is a larger hike.
Yeah, good one. Yes. Anything else?
Hiking is just basically going to the mountain range, and mountaineering is climbing the mountain peaks.
More they go up mountain peaks. So what is the difference between the two? Hiking is when it's not technical, right? Mountaineering is technical. So when you start wearing double boots and harnesses and ropes, and you use what you call ice axes and spikes on your shoes, that's called mountaineering. So the moment what language we use in this is when you change your shoes, you have gone from being a hiker to a mountaineer, right? That's the bit of a background. Of course, mountaineering is technical, it's harder, you go higher, so things like that, right? So this is what I've done over the last 12 years. My first mountain was Kilimanjaro, right? Right away, almost 6,000 meters. And ever since then, I've not looked back. It became an addiction, sort of like high altitude. To breathe in air was like something to look forward to. Then came other mountains, right? One after another in 2011, 12, 13, right? Mount Kenya came in 2012. There was Bokuri. There was in Indonesia. Ethiopia in 2016. Mera Peak, that's my highest so far, 6,476 meters in 2016, October. The highest mountain in North Africa, Morocco, Jebel Toubkal in 2017. The highest mountain in Europe, which was Mount Elbrus in Russia, which was 2018. And the highest trekking peak in India, probably, Kanyakumari in Ladakh, 6,240 meters. That was last July. Just before I met you guys in October. So the ones that in brackets in M is mountaineering, proper mountaineering. Without M are hikes. doesn't make a hike easy. It's still tough. It's still high altitude. It's still sometimes snow that you have to walk on, but it's less riskier, right? When you talk about hiking compared to mountains. That's on the hiking and mountaineering side. I've also, in the last dozen years, developed a passion for cycling, and it's not cycling in the desert, although I do that. It's cycling through high mountain passes most of the time, right? Not all the time, long distance. The first one I did was, the shortest was in Cape, it was called the Cape Argus. It's in South Africa. It's mostly on the plains. But I loved that ride so much that straight after 6 years or so, I prepared myself for what is something that you should do if you get the chance, right? Cycling from Manali to Leh. Okay. It's 10 days. Okay. It's, you see people going to their Enfields, right? On Enfields, the bullets and Enfields, but you're cycling through mud and snow and rain and high winds. And it is a strange kind of fun when you do it with 20 other people, right? And you have appropriate equipment. So that was fun. Then there was Pune to Goa, again 4 back-to-back days through the Konkan coastal region. Then there was Leh to Leh, 2018, again 5 days. That's Ladakh. The last one I did was in 2022, last year, the Tour of Karnataka. They have every year they have a different route. So this year it was starting from Shimoga, ended at a place called, I forgot the name, it was a small town in Karnataka. But 500 kilometers over 4 days, average of about 140 kilometers per day of ups and downs, right? We had about 120 riders as part of the group. So it was again a lot of camaraderie. So what you learn, the first thing you learn is confidence, right? Obviously. And trust me, when you look at a picture before you go on the trip, right? Before you book a ticket, and you look at a picture of a mountain, you really get scared, right? Seriously scared sometimes. So this is a picture of the latest mountain I did. This is called, has anyone seen this before? This is Kanyakse in Ladakh. The one on the left is Kanyakse 1, the one on the right is Kanyakse 2. I went up to the right. But trust me, when you're standing there and looking at it, it scares the shit out of you. Literally, almost. Because, like, how am I going to make it up there, right? You can see how steep it is. And it's all snow after a particular altitude. There's no rock, no sand, nothing. You're stepping on snow all the time. And snow this deep. So your legs go in, you have to pull it out. And doing that at 6,000 meters is a bit taxing, as you can imagine, right? So this again, confidence requires of, before you even go to the venue, this one is my highest peak so far. It's called Mera Peak. It's in Nepal. It's the highest trekking peak in Asia, I think. That's the peak somewhere here. So this 6,476 meters. This is a picture I took when I was on the way to the mountain, right? And my camera almost fell out of my hands. Like, damn. And it looks like sheer vertical face. Obviously, I didn't go on the vertical face. There was a different route to get around. But one doesn't need to at that point. Yeah. And this one was, it's called Stock Country. It's a very famous one in Ladakh, India. 6,125 meters. That is the peak, by the way. I stood there 11 years ago. And again, when you see this mountain from far, it's really difficult to understand how you will do it, right? But you just have to believe that you can do it. You cannot have any space for fear or doubt or uncertainty in your mind. No way, right? So which brings me to, of course, the cycling part of it. So this is not a picture of a mountain. What do you think this is like? What do you think this graph represents? Any guesses?
Various places you want to go?
Sorry?
Various locations you want to do?
Sort of. But what do you call it? It's actually called a route profile. It tells you the distance, this axis is the distance, right? And this is the vertical axis is the elevation in meters. So this is the route from Manali to Leh. That's the one I cycled exactly almost 10 years ago to the day, almost like. So you start from Manali and you end in Leh. So the difference is not much, but in between, there are some pretty gruesome looking passes to climb. So first is Rohtang Pass, which is the easiest to be honest. and things only get more interesting from there, right? You go to Chalala, so all these are passes, right? The highest is about 5,300 meters above sea level. So this is again, when I saw this city in Dubai, like that, you know, Dubai doesn't have anything close to this, right? The highest is Jebel Ali, right? And that's like more than meters above sea level. We are looking here at 5,300 meters above sea level. So I couldn't train in Dubai. I had trained in Dubai, cycling Al Qudra, you know, the flats around there. So I made it through, but it's again quite daunting when you look at this task up front, right? You have never seen it before. You have no idea how it will feel like. So the question of confidence. So let me ask you, what is your definition of confidence? What do you think confidence means? Very short. Sulman, what?
I think somewhere there has to be some optimism.
Optimism, right? Anyone else? Because there is a patient audience.
Able to deliver.
Ability to deliver? Yes.
Appreciation.
Najul?
Can you guys?
Comfortable.
I can't hear you.
Comfortable. When you feel comfortable.
When you feel comfortable, right? When you feel comfortable, optimism,
When you appreciate it.
Believing in yourself.
believing in yourself. I like that one. Believing in yourself, absolutely. So, yes, sir.
When you are appreciated for something.
When you're appreciated for something, just like
You get
that,
confidence.
you get confident. But before you get appreciation, you have to be confident about doing what you got appreciated for, right?
Yes.
So,
Motivation.
so reading,
Have to
sorry.
achieve.
Sorry.
Have to achieve.
You have to achieve that. So it's actually quite technical, more detailed than that. So I was wondering, what does confidence mean, right? When you say you're confident, what does it really mean? So I was reading a book recently, and this guy gave a definition of confidence, which I had liked. Maybe you would agree with me, right? So look at the definition here, right? Confidence is the sense of certainty about your ability, which allows you to what? Bypass conscious thought and execute unconsciously. Every word is important here, right? So you need to be certain about someone said believe in yourself, right? You have to believe in yourself. You must. That's a starting point, right? You can't have fear, right? It allows you to what? Bypass. What is the conscious thought he's talking about? What is the first conscious thought you think about this thing? You can't do it. I can't do it. I'll fail. Fear, right? Sorry.
Doubts.
Doubts, exactly. Humiliation, right? Failure. You can't allow that. Right? You can't allow. So when I'm sitting, the worst part of any mountaineering trip is the night of the summit night. You know, the summit night. It always starts at midnight. That's the worst part for me because you're sleeping in your tent, freezing, and then the guy comes and says, "Sir, time to go." It's like, you know, he's calling you off for execution or something.
Why is it so? Why is it not?
Because you have reached before the sun is bright. So you have reached and come back before it's high, infrared rays and things like that, right? So you can't lie your tent said, "Oh yeah, you'll do later." You can't do it. You can't do it, right? You have to drag yourself out of your tent, put on your gloves and 3-4 layers of clothes and your shoes and your spikes and everything and march up snowy slopes in freezing weather, right? You can't have doubts at that point. In fact, once I had a doubt, and my friend, luckily who was my tent mate, said, "You know, we have to do it." He pulled me up. And we both did it. Right? That's the definition of confidence. But then you can't be overconfident, right? So you have to manage your risks, right? You have to manage your risk, and there's so many risks in this high altitude thing, right? Can you think of any key risks that affect someone going to the mountains? Can you enumerate some of the risks?
Breathlessness.
Breathlessness, exactly.
I just heard
Sorry.
a word called blindness.
Brightness.
Blindness.
Blindness. Yeah, we talk about that soon, right? Interesting. Blindness,
May
yes.
not come back.
Sorry?
May not come
Never
back.
come back. That's the biggest fear, right? Like K2 in Pakistan has a 25% mortality rate. So every 100 people who go, 25 don't come back. Frostbite, exactly. So I made a list once upon a time. So you know, what exactly am I getting in? Like before I started all this. Okay. So this is a list of the hazards of what I call high altitude living. Right. On the right side we have objectives. Objectives are something that you can't do anything about. This is the mountain misbehaving or nature behaving as it should. right? So you have falls, no blindness, no injuries, equipment failure, no technique, crevasses. What do you think those words in red, highlighted in red, stand for? What do you think it means? Guess?
Yes.
No, Krishna. Guess, ma'am.
More risk.
More risk?
More like.
Yes. What is in red?
Something you might have experienced.
Something?
You might have experienced.
Yes, something I experienced. So all those ones in red I've gone through, right? And can get quite risky when you go through, especially when you have something like cold injuries or when you're confronted by a life crevasse, right? I've not been in at lunch. I narrowly avoided one. I have not fallen into a crevasse, but I have jumped across quite a few. Right? You have to. Right? So what happens sometimes if you're not careful? I don't want to scare you. If you're not careful. So this guy, so this is me 9 years ago. This is a friend of mine on the hike. Another guy on the hike. This is both a Hungarian, they were not a Hungarian team, right? This picture was taken in Kyrgyzstan in 2014 July. I was trying to climb a mountain called Peak Lenin, 7,109 meters, one of the highest peaks in the world. In that segment, right? So these are the base camp. The base camp is fun. Music, food, right? All that. That's base camp, so we have having fun here. Now, what happened on 20th July 2014? He went up before me. All of them went up. My group was following him. His name was Fred. He went higher. Then what happened was he went to a place and then went snowboarding from there. You're not supposed to go snowboarding from that place. No one says don't go there. He went there. It's not a snowboarder. He was a snowboarder, not a climber. He was snowboarding. Stand on the board and go down, right? Went there at 6,800 meters, just below the peak. And big ice, lost control, fell, broke his leg, died immediately. So at the same point, I was at the same level almost from across the valley, across the valley. And my guide said something's happened on the radio. And I said, what happened? Some accident has happened. He said, who? He said, the snowboarder. The moment he said snowboarder, I knew it had to do that. Right? So, yeah, so my guide made binoculars, I could see his body. So this is a guy who just met 2 nights ago at the base camp and he played volleyball with, right? So this is what happens sometimes. And the Russian guy was like, yeah, so people die. So this is what you signed up for, right? This is not a big thing. So that is one of the things I saw, someone dying at close range. My personal confrontation, or my personal accident was this, right? So this is me, by the way. I went to Stoke country, this mountain I talked about in Ladakh. And on the way up, I forgot to wear my glasses, my goggles, and because the glare of the sun hits the snow, it hits you, by the way. It's a very fierce glare. It's called, it's what I was talking about, snow blindness. I didn't realize I came down after 18 hours to base camp, and I couldn't make because it was sweating so much. I immediately rushed down today. Doctor saw me, put an ointment, poured on ice. He said, I opened your eyes after 1 day, but you might not be able to see. There's a 20% chance that your eyesight would be completely gone, right? 80% chance you'll be fine. It happens to people all the time. Luckily, nothing happened to me. But imagine living for 1 day without eyesight. The first time in my life, right? It was quite an experience because you're lying in your hotel room and someone has to feed you, right? And you have no idea what's happening. So that is how you manage risk. Don't do stupid things like this. This was earlier in my career, when I was planning initially. Later, I made less stupid mistakes. It was not as bad. Right? So you know about risk management. Also not a lot about teamwork because you never go alone in your planning. You never go alone. You're always with guides, you have porters, you have guides, you have assistant guides, right? You have other members with you. You're never allowed to go alone anyway when you go on this thing. It's quite dangerous, right? So for me, the teamwork was fantastic because, whether it is, this is post-climb in Kyrgyzstan. This is one of my friends I met on the mountain. This American guy called David. He lives in San Diego even now. He's still in contact after 9 years. You develop this lifelong relationship, right? Once you suffer together on the mountain, right? It's like CA, right? Write CA together, you study together, you pass the exam together. You never really forget your CA, fellow CA students, right? Same thing, right? Yeah. This guy, this is Kankagua, earlier this year in South America. I didn't make it. word in English, I could speak a word of Spanish, but somehow we communicated with the Spanish guy. Yeah. And all these guys you see raising their hands was during my minority day trip. Right? All the fellow scientists, most of them from Pune in India, because somebody came from there, organized from there. And we had to visit the truck with the cycle, the truck, another truck here, and all ready to sort of support us. We were resting here before climbing the mountains. And there's one WhatsApp group I'm still left with them 10 years later. Right? Whenever I go to Pune, I still meet them. We still keep in touch. Because we went through, in 10 days on the mountains, we went through a lot. Right? We went through a lot. Or this one, which was again in Karnataka. So again, none of these guys that you see in the picture I met before, ever. Right? When you go to hikes and mountains, you're meeting them for the first time. You have no idea who you will see. They could be man, woman, good, bad, introvert, extrovert, you have no idea. You just throw yourself in the mix and see what happens. Right? I'm an extrovert probably by nature. I don't wait for people to come to me, I go to them. So it's easier to connect. So you make a lot of friends that way, right? So this is all again quite to touch again, settling again. Of course, you talk about teams, but then you also need leadership, right? You also learn a lot about leadership when you go on such hikes. So for me, this guy is, sorry, it's not very bad, right? Yeah. So this guy is quite. So this guy is on the right side is Ulhas Joshi. He was the team leader and I went from 100 to late. The mountain you see behind you is called Kamala. It's about 5,300 meters. We had to go up the pass and down the pass to late. But amazing guy, amazing guy. Always happy, always full of energy. He will never let you down. If you're down, you come to your tent and pick you up. Like, come on, come to dinner. Don't sit alone, right? What's wrong with you today? He will sing Hindi songs while you're cycling up the mountains. Very fit guy, very energetic guy. The guy you want with you when you're going through hell, right? Which I've been through when I was doing this, right? This guy on the left side, his name is Abhilash Bisht. He is the CEO of one of India's top motivating companies called White Magic. He's based in Dehradun, has an office in Delhi as well. And so this is me, and we are standing on the peak of Kanyak State 2 in Ladakh last July. Amazing guy, very experienced. The kind of guy who just says, you can do it. And don't worry, nothing will happen. I know you can do it. Just do what I tell you. That kind of confidence, right? It's contagious confidence that he has, right? So that's again another person I met. And you learn things from these people, right? They are very competent. They are very confident. They also care about you. They will not push you too hard. They know exactly what their strengths and weaknesses are, right? And they will try to support you in that respect. This was taken at Mera Peak in October 2016. So this is me here. It was difficult to figure out because all the shadows and lighting here. This guy is called Pasang Tenzing Sherpa, not related to Tenzing Norgay. A lot of them all have similar names. He has climbed Everest about 10 times. Okay? And for him to climb Everest is like, me coming up and doing that situation. It's very common apparently, and they don't even talk about it unless you ask them. If I had climbed Everest once, I would be talking about the rest of my life. They don't even talk about it. So he's climbed Everest 10 times. He was a guide, he was a lead guide for the expedition. These two on this side are both British guys for the team. They were 9 hours. All of us made it to the top of the peak. But this guy again, I'm impressed with how calm they are, right? So confident, so calm, right? You know exactly what to do, right? If something goes wrong with the equipment, he knows how to fix it. If you do something, he's got to replace it with him. You are never lost with this guy, right? You know exactly right. So the lesson I took from here is always work with the leaders, even though it's rare to find them, right? Even though they might be expensive in terms of the whole expedition and everything else, it's worth paying to be with them. It's always worth paying with them because especially at this, when you're doing this high altitude things, the risk is very high. You cannot cut corners, right? It's not a hike. You can't cut corners, right? And learn a lot of how they conduct themselves, right, with people. They are not only good technically, they are also good behaviorally. They are good on the mountain, they are good with people. That's amazing. So that's something else you learn when you do this thing, right? And of course, when you plan for your cycle and you do all these things, one thing that strikes you is commitment. And my story of commitment over here was in terms of the model stop I talked to you about. So this is me, by the way. You probably can't make me out very clearly. I'm sort of black, I was wearing black and with all black top. So at this point, this is about 9 a.m. sometime in September 2012, right? Some day I forgot. And I was done, I was finished, right? Because I had not prepared properly, I had not eaten properly. The climb had started at about 11 p.m. and this was 9 a.m. And all I had to eat was about 4 dates. And so it was, I couldn't move, I felt like I couldn't move. So I told my guide, you know what do I do now? Do I go down? Or do I go to the summit? I said, how long to the summit? He said, another 2 hours. And then I asked him, should I go up or should I go down? He said, up to you. Right. So maybe I'll go back to Dubai and put a picture saying I made it to the top, Photoshop some video Karam or something like that. Slowly going. But then I did it. After coming all the way, you don't want to go back saying, I couldn't finish because and only 2 hours away, right? Just 2 hours away. Why would you give up? But physically, mentally, I was done. I was just done. Right? Somehow made it. So this is a picture taken a few, like an hour later, of me somewhere close to the summit. You can see I can hardly move. Right? I can hardly. This was taken by my guide. He kept taking pictures to embarrass me, obviously, to see how the journey goes. And this is me leaning on my trekking pole, somewhere here, you can see mountains all around. It's all snow, I think. And another few minutes later, he took another picture, which I'll show you, which again, you probably can't see my face properly, but again, if you saw it, a fellow hiker who saw me going up when he was coming down, was a French guy, he said, he saw me, he didn't say anything, he just shook my hands, patted me on my shoulders and went down. And later when he met me at base camp, he said, when I saw your face, it was almost like a dead man walking. like a dead man walking, there was no blood, complete drain of blood, you were not smiling, looking down, and there was no way you would make it to the summit. No way. Yeah. But he didn't say that because he didn't want it to scream. It happened. Nice guy. But I made it, right? So this is near the top of the summit, right? 6,125 meters. And the feeling is just awesome. A clear day, very few clouds, no snow, no rain, no wind. Perfect pictures. You can see almost into Pakistan, by the way, or China. That perfect eyesight, right? So yeah, sometimes you just got to push yourself. Especially when victory is so near, right? And that's something I learned as well, right? So people, even these days when I do something and it looks difficult, I'm like, yeah, you've been through tougher stuff before, right? You've been through tougher stuff before. You can definitely do it this time. Don't let it get to you. It's a mind game, right? It's a mind game. I learned a lot. It's a mind game. It's not so much the body. The body can actually go further. The body can actually go further, but the mind sometimes says stop. Don't go further. You can't do it. You'll kill yourself. Don't do it. Right? Just got to push yourself further, right? As long as you know yourself, as long as you know your limits. That's very important, right? Sometimes you just have to do it. Right? You just have to do it. So, and I'm good. I'm no shame admitting it. I've quit it. I've talked about it publicly as well. And going back to the Glen in Pakistan, I had to quit because this is the mountain by the way. So you start from the base camp somewhere here. Base camp is somewhere here. Advanced base camp is actually at 4,000 meters. So the route that we were taking was this camp 1, camp 2, camp 3, and then the summit here, 7,134 meters. It looks easy, it's not. Right? Because what you can't imagine sitting here is the cold and the wind, right? And the fact that air is so thin. It is also so thin. You have to stop, breathe, then take another step, stop, easy, right? So at some point, so this is me going up, this is me going up, by the way, somewhere here on the left, top left. Some other climbers are here, my guide is somewhere here taking my picture. This is like on the way between Camp 1 and Camp 2. Camp 2 is somewhere here. So we'll go from here, go here, and then from here go to the summit, somewhere here. This is when I was reaching Camp 2. Look at my situation. Right? This is about 4 hours later. So what you can't see or feel sitting here, this air conditioned room in Abu Dhabi, is that I was wearing 4 layers. Right? And when you're starting off at 3 a.m. in the morning, you have to wear 4 layers. Otherwise it freezes your ass off, right? But by the time I reached this place, there's no shade. The sun is beating down. It's about 35 degrees. Right? I was boiling inside that 4 layers. But you can't take out 4 layers because you're right in the middle of it. Hi, I'm very deep. What are you doing now, right? You can't take it out. So this is my Norwegian skiing friend looking at me saying, hey, you can do it. You're trying to great, right? Because the camp was somewhere here, just 100 meters away. The next camp is 100 meters away. From here where I was standing, to the camp, it took me 2 hours. 100 meters could be 1.5 hours. I was just go like this, I was stand there. Now, honestly, at one point I felt like lying down on the snow. Because it was so cold, right? And occasionally I would just kneel down on the snow, take some snow and eat it because you are so dehydrated, right? You need some liquidity inside. So, at some point, and then after this I had to climb a 30-degree slope. The next day, 2 days later, wearing a backpack, and the slope was even deeper, right? So what happened was my heart rate was going up, and then down, and then up, and then down. Whenever I stopped, it down. Whenever I stopped, it again, right? I was extremely slow, and then I reached 5,300 meters. Remember, the peak is 7,134 meters. Right? So I was still about what? How many? About 1.8 kilometers, vertical kilometers, not horizontal, vertical kilometers against the peak. So in my mind I knew, no way. If you're suffering at this altitude, there's no way you will make it to summit. No way. Right? So despite spending 4 months on training, flying all the way to Kyrgyzstan, right, from Dubai, it's not even a direct flight there. I had to go through Moscow, right, and the visa and everything and everything. I remember turning to the guide. I remember the exact time. It was 11 a.m. on 20th July 2014, right? The Russian guide on the side, and you look at it. He's a very fit guy, right? To look at it like this and say, okay. I said, okay, should I go to the mountain? Same question I asked the other guy. Should I go to the mountain? I can see the peak, by the way. I can see the peak, right? So close, right? But so far. Should I go or not? And he said one of the smartest things I've heard from anybody. He said, Binod, the mountain is simply a piece of rock. Do you want to give up your life for a piece of rock? Okay, right? Decision made. He said you can always come back later and try to climb. I am not going back again. But the way he said it, next instant I turned back. Right? There was no doubt. I turned back. So you have to quit sometimes. You have to quit. And this is something from the career point of view. In my career, I don't know if you observed that I showed the first slide, right? I have quit so many times in life. Okay? In terms of education, I started after my CA, I started my CS now. Now equals to CS, I stopped. I started my CPA, American CPA, stopped. Then I got into industry with the industrial bank, quit that. Joined Big 4, quit Big 4. Joined the team, the corporate development company. Quit that. Quit corporate life completely at the age of 40, magic age. And started my own company, training company to teach CFA. Built it up, sold it to Kaplan, multinational, 6 years ago. Quit that as well, because I got bored with running a branch of a multinational company, right? Start my personality again. Quit that, and now I'm doing executive coaching. So you can say I've got a PhD in quitting. Right? But quit at the right time for the right reasons, and please quit to win. Don't quit and sit at home and watch Netflix. That is not the quitting I'm talking about. Right? So for me, I knew when to quit. There's no point going further. There's no point climbing the mountain again. I'm not going to make it to the top. I'm not going to make it a partner in Big 4. I didn't want to be a partner in Big 4 anyway. I didn't want to be CEO of a big company anyway. Right? So for that, you need to know your value. very isn't it? You have that all the time, right? Or we are doing the same thing. So the sunk cost fallacy is a big issue for most people psychologically. It makes us continue doing stuff which we have quit long time ago. If we continue doing even now, right? So think about that as well, right? So Manda, you were talking about resilience, right? Just before session, she was asking me, I'm sure one thing you learned about your oil adventures is resilience, which was absolutely right. Resilience is something you learn, right? The ability to bear shocks, surprises. So this is a list of all my failures. By failures I mean I didn't make it to the top. I did not make it to the top, right? Peak length, I've already told you what happened in 2014, right? And why. Then WB7, another one in Nepal. After base camp, I reached base camp. After base camp, you have to carry your load. Beyond base camp, there's no photos, no Sherpas, nothing. You have to carry yourself. So my stuff was about 15 kilos. If I carried 15 kilos at 5,000 meters, it really dragged me down. I stopped, quit. Go 33 in 2019 in Uttarakhand, avalanche came. Actually, the avalanche, we turned and we ran down as fast as possible, right? You don't fight avalanche, you don't even stay there at base camp, right? So nature was against me. I was prepared, but nature decided no, you can't climb the mountain. Right? Zojombo was a mountain in Ladakh, just after Kanyase 2, because I was supposed to do back-to-back weeks, Kanyase 2 and Zojombo. I did KY 2, but I think I was so tired after 1 week that I couldn't do the next week. I turned back. I didn't go for 5 hours of climbing. The latest failure was Camp in Argentina in January 2023, where I reached Camp 1, I reached Camp 2, and then the weather window closed. We had no window to go to the summit, and I fell sick with dysentery. Can you imagine falling sick with dysentery at 5,000 meters above sea level? Trust me, it's not an experience I wish for my worst enemy. Okay. So that was what happened. And so, a lot of failures. But what do you learn from failure? What do you think you learn from failure? Any ideas? Experience. But what exactly hits you? But what really strikes you? More determined to win or else?
Reason for failing.
Sorry?
Why did we fail?
Why did we fail? Yes. What else?
Take extra precautions.
Take extra precautions. Something else also. Something else.
Challenge to go beyond.
Sorry?
You know what not to do.
You know what not to do. Yes.
Challenge to win.
Challenge to win. All that is fine. I did all that. But for me, what failure taught me is there are some things you can control and some things you cannot. Right? You can call it luck, random chance, whatever, right? I mean, you can be as prepared as possible. See, I'm not a believer in luck. Normally people tell me luck, I said that's bullshit. But when you go to mountains, luck plays a huge role. You know why? Because something called objective risk. You can never know where a snowstorm hits, or avalanche is going to happen, or a crevasse opens in front of you, or there's rainfall. You will never know. You can't predict it. And that altitude prediction of weather is very difficult. It's almost impossible. Right? So what do? Just accept it, right? Sit in your tent and play cards. And hopefully things will change. Right? You can't do anything about it, right? So you learn to deal with failures. You learn to deal with the first failure for mine, peak length, I was almost in semi-depression for 1 month. I'm not kidding. I came back to Dubai, I'm like, shit, what a humiliating failure, man. You know, after all the preparation, after all the hoo-ha, I didn't do this, you know. I was seriously upset with myself, everybody and everything. So angry. How did I fail? No, I'm a marathoner, plan this, why did I fail? I was actually bored myself than everybody else. But after a few failures, like, you know, 1 month depression became 2 weeks, became 1 week, became a few days. When I went to Attendees and came back, like after 1 day I was fine. Shit happens in life, right? As they say. And I got used to it, right? And of course have fun. So for me having fun could be wearing a Christmas suit by a General Jason as a Khema, right? Or having a small dance on top of a lake somewhere in the dark on a mile-away route with my fellow cyclists, right? Or wearing a costume in some market in Kyrgyzstan with fellow hikers. It's all local aid together. Impromptu dance with my guide at Stockholm Base Camp, September 2012. This is actually a very difficult course to do at 5,000 meters above sea level. It's not easy. right? I have hardly been at that point. And of course the weight, right? Everything that keeps you, what keeps you going is the weight. And ultimately, you want to keep that in mind. What do you keep in your mind? Well, all these things, right? At the top of Mera Peak, perfect weather. By the way, you know which mountain this is?
Everest.
That's Everest. That's Everest over here, that's Lhotse over here. So the entire Everest Himalayas you can see right behind me. That's something worth doing, right? At least worth taking a picture of reach that level, right? So I'm at 6,500 meters, Everest at 8,800 meters. That's an amazing moment. This is me on Mount Kenya, December 2012, 5,000 meters above sea level. Again, amazing picture for the DP, right? Always good for the DP. Don't forget that. Always important. And I say 2 last year, July. And of course, the Manali, this ended in Kadunga. You know Kadunga? Of course. So this is near Kadunga. After cycling up from Lake Kadunga, 8 hours, and snow has been raining by then as well. So that was that one. I wrote a book about, not about mountaineering or cycling, I wrote a book about my career, my lessons learned, everything. It's called Let's Get Real. A few of you probably have seen it, some of you may have read it. It's all about career lessons, about to learn, and about self-awareness and managing yourself and managing others. And that's pretty much it from my side. These are my contacts, my Gmail address, I'm on LinkedIn and our website as well. Thank you very much. Any Q&As? Go to the floor. I have no wife or kids, I'm single. Simple answer, right?
May I ask a question, please?
So who is that? Oh, yes, I do.
Hi, Binod, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. So my question is, what kind of change happened in your life in viewing success, failure, and all those things, as a person?
Yeah.
How you have changed because of all these experiences you have in your life?
Well, let me try to answer that. So I think one clear way in which I've changed, I've become more patient. You cannot fight your body, you can't fight the mountains. You just have to basically adapt yourself. That's something I learned. Patience and resilience all combined into something, right? Like, take your time going up, right? Because the mountain will always be there. You want to go up, it's up to you. That's it. Thank you.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Binod.
Oh, hi.
Start that process.
The story is like this. So I started marathon running because of one of my friends. And when you have finished a marathon, your blood is drained from your brain anyway, right? You're not thinking properly. So I think hastily said, yes, let's do it. And then a few days later, he said, remember the promise you made at the finish line of the marathon? I said, I have no idea what I said. He said, you promised to climb with me in March 2011 to go to Kilimanjaro. I said, okay, fine, let's do it. So yeah. Sounds a bit weird, it's not happening. So the reason I went along was he was a close friend of mine, right? There was a group of friends together, right? The short flight from Dubai. Kilimanjaro is not a technical mountain. It's a hike, not a mountaineering trip, right? And I've heard a lot of wonderful things about it. And it is Africa's highest mountain and the world's tallest freestanding mountain. So a lot of boxes get ticked if you go to Kilimanjaro, right? Yes.
So my friend is also going to Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
And I have experience. Is it something you would recommend?
I don't know you, man. I can't say. I don't know you well enough. I don't know you. So you're all different people, right? You all have different values and beliefs. So I enjoyed it. It's the one mountain I'll probably go back to. All the mountains I've done. Different route, same mountain. Yeah. Yes.
According to you, which is the best mountaineering or trekking team in India?
I can't hear you
Which is the
properly.
best trekking team in India?
Best trekking team in India. Difficult to say. I have not been with many. White Magic is good. They don't do much trek. They are mostly mountaineering. It's a mountaineering expedition company. Trekking and India hikes, probably you can try them. They've been around for long. Yeah. So it's not so much about the trekking company. It's about the people you go with. The guide that you go with, right? It's like, when you say, I'm going to join IBM or Google, it's not about Google, it's the team manager, the guy, your boss that really matters there. So for all these hikes, it's who is going to take you out? He's the guy you should talk to. The company brand doesn't matter so much. Abu Dhabi Chapter. Thanks so much, John, for inviting me for second time in 1 year. And same lady, by the way. He's feeling for it as well. And thank you for all the people. Anu, Rohit, Krishnan, familiar faces here for coming, attending and participating. Biju, Mohammed, Abraham, everyone else there as well. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Please take one for the mentors.
Sure.